coming back. Fourth quarter, everyone. I'm excited. You're excited. Everyone's excited for this epic fourth quarter of action. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're excited. A big 3rd and 1 here. If they force a fourth down, maybe a field goal here, it could be a 13-point game for the Conference USA Vikings, which is a lot different, in my opinion, than a 17-point game. 17-point game's kind of killer. It's hard to come back from 17 points in the fourth quarter. The MAC kind of learned that today, although they came close in a 3-point game at one point in the fourth quarter, but not being able to clinch it. A lot different. 13-point game's a lot different. They bring Anthony Sherman out on the field, one tight end here. They go run up the middle, and it's going to be a big play for Jamal Williams. Easy. Seemed like easy to get that first down. But 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Good thing if you're Andy Reid, you're just going to keep this drive extended. If you score a touchdown and drain clock, I mean, that's ideal if you're the conference. If you're independent, it's not ideal if you're Conference USA. And the defense has got to figure something out. They really do. They forced, 3 third downs here on this one drive, and they've yet to stop them on 3rd down. That's not great. So 4-man rush, it looks like, although we might be seeing a little bit of blitz. They don't. They go run with Theo Riddick, who gets tackled for about a 5-yard gain on the ground. About the same amount of production we've gotten out of Theo Riddick, not including the air yards that we got out of Jamal Williams. And Jamal Williams had a lot more carries than Theo Riddick has. So I think it's Theo Riddick again in the backfield. It looks like the Vikes might be bringing a 5, maybe 6-man blitz, although they could drop out of it. 4-man rush, actually. He has time to read. He scrambles and slides just short of that first down marker, mind you. It brings up a 3rd and 1 again. I don't know. This is bringing some PTSD for this entire drive for this Conference USA Vikes team. But can they get the stop here? Can they? Taysom Hill, by the way, learned from his experience of 2 fumbles and decided to slide that time. So shotgun here for Taysom. Let's see if they go run here with Theo Riddick, or maybe they go pass. They go pass here. He has time to read. He scrambles. Easy walk-in touchdown for Taysom Hill. First rushing touchdown of the game, but it's Taysom Hill. You kind of have to expect, but I think that was a bad decision by Conference USA. You have to put a QB spy on him. You just absolutely have to do that. In that instance, you cannot let him get outside the pocket and just walk in for a touchdown. It is Taysom Hill, everyone. You can't let that happen. You cannot let him just waltz into the end zone. You have to provide some sort of resistance against that. You have to put up a QB spy, but the Independent Chiefs take back that 17-point lead, maybe, barring a Justin Yoon extra point. It's up. It's good. It's a 17-point lead once again for this Independent Chiefs team. And, yeah, it was just kind of like a little put-away drive by the Independent Chiefs. Now, it is possible to come back from 17 points. I mean, the MAC almost did it this game, and it's not for lack of time, and it's not for lack of offense. They made some mistakes. Big Ben Roethlisberger had that fumble, returned for a touchdown if you didn't see that episode. And Big Ben Roethlisberger also ran a read QB draw, the 50-yard line, which kind of sealed the game. And ended up not getting it on 4th and inches. But they were definitely coming back in this game. So, I mean, if the offense keeps clicking for Conference USA, I wouldn't be too worried. I would be a little bit worried about the defense because it's not going great. T.Y. Hilton with the return, he gets it up to about the 29-yard line before being tackled. Not great kickoff so far for these games. It seems like every team's starting about the 30-yard line. But T.Y. McMullins takes the field again, and he wasn't horrible last drive. I got to say, he impressed me last drive. If only we had seen that a little bit early on instead of him fumbling the ball. Honestly, it's a 17-point game. Large part of it was him fumbling the football away. It could be a much different ball game if he didn't make those 2 huge crucial errors on the fumbles. But also, you could say that about it could be a different game if Taysom Hill didn't fumble near the end zone. So, I mean, there's a lot of what-ifs in this game. I feel like a big what-if for Nick Mullins was what if he didn't fumble those balls. But Nick Mullins goes shotgun here. He has time to scan the field, a lot of time. He throws it over the middle to, I believe that is Zach Pascal. I believe that's a Zach Pascal play. Man out of Old Dominion. A lot of these passing yards have come in the second half. He has done a lot better in the second half. I don't know. Going in there, I guess, and talking to coach made him a lot more enthusiastic. Maybe they saw something that they could exploit. But looks like maybe a three-man rush. Let's say bring a blitz. They do bring a blitz up the middle. McMullen scrambles out. He throws on the run. Has anyone else noticed that I think his best passes are when he's scrambling out and throws on the run? I mean, that was a nice pass to Richie James Jr., who has turned into quite a productive target here later on in this game. He has that touchdown pass, obviously. He had a big catch last drive, and he has another big catch this drive to get a first down. 12 and a half minutes remaining. You might want to go run here with Aaron Jones. Although you don't want to chew too much time with the clock. Nick Mullins is scrambling out of the pocket. He gets sacked, though. Another sack. 2 sacks for Jerry Tillery. And another big-time play by Jerry Tillery, by the way. So, 2nd and 20. Ugh. That's not good to place yourself. You should have thrown that ball away, Nick Mullins. You're outside the pocket. Just get rid of that thing. Stephon Tuitt has been oddly silent. I think he's one of their best defensive players, and he has not made much noise here. But it's really been the unsung heroes, Jerry Tillery, Fatukasi, Kyle Van Noy here early on. Fred Warner also made a big day for himself. Let's see what Nick Mullins here does a 2nd and 20. Shotgun formation for him. He takes the snap. He has a lot of time to scan field. He throws it, to a wide open Richie James Jr. who gets the first down. Again, what was I saying about Richie James Jr. being big? I mean, that was like, I think this drive might be over with the 2nd and 20. He comes up huge. Richie James Jr. has turned into a absolute matchup nightmare down the stretch, and maybe that's what they were looking at in the second at halftime, because Richie James Jr. has absolutely killed them through the slot. Another big-time play for Richie James Jr. this drive. So, gone a little bit away from T.Y. Hilton on this drive and Tyler Higbee. I feel like tight ends could be a little bit of an asset here down the stretch, but never mind. Looks like a 3-man rush if they don't bring someone in, but I'd expect them to bring another player in. They do. He fires it to Zach Pascal. I think that might be a face mask. I think that's a face mask at the end of the play as well. Not only gets to the 14-yard line, but the extra penalty, I believe half the distance to the end zone. It's going to end up being 1st and goal on the opposition 19. I mean, the 9. I'm sorry. You go from the 18-yard line, which is a big-time play by Zach Pascal, and then get to the 9-yard line, plus the clock stops. I mean, the offense has been killing it here, honestly. And no Aaron Jones as well. No Aaron Jones because they don't want to chew clock. But it's been all Nick Mullins, and Nick Mullins has been doing a killer job. If he had just done this earlier, this would be a much closer game. Let's see if Nick Mullins can get this a little bit of a closer game with the touchdown here and make it a 10-point game. See, Nick Mullins in his shotgun here. He goes handoff to Aaron Jones, who ends up getting nothing on the play. Absolutely nothing. Maybe they want to get Aaron Jones to that 100-yard mark, which isn't a bad plan. But Fred Warner ends up making the tackle there. Read that hole perfectly. Made sure that he was in it to make sure that Aaron Jones did not get the first down. But Nick Mullins goes empty set here. Looks like Aaron Jones is lined up to the right side of the screen. Nick Mullins is scrambling out. His best throws are made on the run, but he just decides to scramble. He ends up going to about the 2-yard line before fumbling. But luckily, that fumble goes out of bounds, brings up a third fumble of the game for Nick Mullins. What a man. What a hero. 5 total fumbles in this game, by the way. No picks. I'd like to point that out. No picks in this game. But 5 freaking fumbles. How many fumbles are this team going to do? Julian Love definitely did his best there. I mean, he's forced a fumble before. He made that fumble return for a touchdown. But 3rd and goal here. Maybe a run. I think you might go run here with Aaron Jones. Bring some tight ends on the field. But actually, they're going to put it in Nick Mullins' hands. He fires it. Touchdown to T.Y. Hilton. I believe that is T.Y. Hilton's 2nd touchdown of the game. I believe so. I don't think that's his first. I feel like he had the touchdown that got him to 10. But 3rd, I mean, they got the touchdown there. And he kicked the field goal. It's a 10 extra point. It's a 10-point game. Fred Warner was a little bit out of position there on the play, and it's a 10-point ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Now, your defense has to, stop them. that is a necessary component. You actually have to stop the other team, believe it or not, from scoring. If you want to win the game, you have to stop the other team from scoring. Maybe give your offense the ball back, which has been suddenly good. It was not good for a long time, but now it is suddenly really good. But this offense, I don't know what to say. I mean, it is way better than I thought it would be. Personally, it's done a fantastic job in the second half. Imagine if they did this in the first half. If Nick Mullins just didn't fumble the ring and ball every single time he got hit, or if he's going to get hit, slide. Imagine if they did this earlier. It wouldn't be a 10-point game. It would be a much closer game than 10, but it's still a pretty close game at 10. Chris Boswell to kick this ball off. He kicks it to about the, and it's in the end zone. It's going to take it a knee by Golden Tate. Taysom Hill retakes the field, and Taysom Hill has been killer. He's really been killer in this game. What is he? He started 18-19, then he was 8-8 after that. Add that up, that's 26-27. He is one incompletion so far. One incompletion by Taysom. Now, he does have the 2 fumbles, but only one was recovered by the defense, so it doesn't really make a huge difference. Taysom's been great in this game, but can he finish it out? He lines up in the shotgun formation here with Theo Riddick beside him, goes run to Theo Riddick, who is quickly, but he's tackled with his face mask. You got to be smarter than that. The Independent Chiefs gave him one, so I guess they decided to give it right back. Vinny Curry, even though he has the 2 sacks on the day, gives them a big-time play, gets to the 42-yard line. Dumbbell. You can't – sure, there's 10 minutes left, but a touchdown here really kind of sucks because your offense is trying to make up ground. They have done a phenomenal job in the second half. They scored, 10 points in the first half. They've scored 14 points on 3 possessions. That's really good. They've only had 1 possession where they haven't scored a touchdown. Your defense has to try and come up on top, considering the defense was something I was really proud of. Bring a little bit of blitz here, fires it. It's going to be an incomplete pass. A little bit of a drop there by Golden Tate. But if you'll take it if you're the Conference USA Vikings. I mean, brought a blitz. It was actually a beautiful ball by Taysom. It was honestly it was a very solid pass by Taysom. Does anyone else think that Andy Reid looks ridiculously skinny in this game? I think so. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. But I don't think he's that skinny in real life. And I think a large part of the reason why we all love Andy Reid was his blubber. He's a lovable man because of his blubber. It could be a 3-man rush. I think it is because all the linebackers have dropped deep. It's going to be a deep blitz if they bring a blitz. They do not 3-man rush, and easy first down. Easy first down for Chase Claypool, I believe, on that play. 3rd catch for Chase Claypool. He's the number 3 option for this team at the wide receiver end. Now, I feel like Kyle Rudolph is probably their 2nd option offensively, although you got to include Theo Riddick there. So that's why Claypool has not had the touches offensively that you would expect from a player of his caliber. Probably in the future, he'll probably be the number 2 receiver next to Will Fuller, but another big-time first down by Chase Claypool. Looks like a 4-man rush here by the Conference USA Vikings. Look like Will Fuller in motion here. They go run with Theo Riddick, and Theo Riddick picks up the first down, 10 yards in the rush. 1st and 10. At the very least, you got to force a field goal, right, Vikes? You got to do something defensively. Because your offense is actually killing it. I didn't expect to say that in this game, but your offense is absolutely murdering the Independent Chiefs defense. You have to do something. You have to stop them if you want to stay in this ball game. Now, I think it's a very good job by Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is killing it here with this drive. And the offense has really been great from the Independent Chiefs, but the defense has got to be better for the Conference USA Vikings if they want to beat them. Taysom Hill with the shotgun. He has time to scan. He throws it to Theo Riddick, who's been phenomenal. He has absolutely been phenomenal here in this game. A godsend for this team, really. 8 receptions for 85 yards. I don't think Will Fuller has that, and Nick Mullins is just depressed because he should be. He really should be. He should be depressed because his defense is not repaying his amazing offensive production. He is literally putting up some of the best numbers I've seen him put up in this Conference of Champions. He needed to do better, and he did do better. Defense has not done that, though. He fires it to Golden Tate. He gets a good, 7 yards on the play? Yeah, exactly. What? You need to do better. Honestly, the defense needs to do better if they want to stay in this game. No, it has been an absolute great drive. It's been a phenomenal drive by Taysom Hill in this offense. And absolutely finding the weak spots in the defense and exploiting them. And they've really done a great job of that. But they want to win, Conference USA, that is. They need to stop them here. There's a goal line stand here, guys. They go run here. Theoretic's going to walk into the end zone. And Theoretic has the touchdown that he needs. I feel like you just go onside at this point. If you're the Conference USA Vikings, your defense isn't going to stop them. And you're down by 17 again with 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. That kind of sucks. If you're Nick Mullins in this offense, he's mad. I honestly should be mad. The defense has sucked. They've been really bad. Independent Chiefs really have done anything they've wanted to against this Conference USA Vikings defense. Let's see if this extra point's going to hold up. Snap's good, holds good, and it's going to be up and good. So, 17-point goal game again with 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. This offense has got to score 3 times, by the way, in 7 minutes and 50 seconds. That's not good. That's not putting your offense in a position to succeed. If you're the Conference USA Vikings, and I think we might get the same 4 teams, guys. I think we might be getting the same 4 teams as we did every year in the wild card round, and I swear, I really do feel bad for these 4 teams. I mean, you look at them, American, MAC, Conference USA, Sunbelt have yet to even set the field, and I've already counted them out. Poor Sunbelt. But they really try in a lot of these games, and they're never able to move past. Justin Yoon is actually somehow the kickoff specialist. Don't know how that happens, considering he's the worst kicker in all of Madden. But he's off to kick it. He does. Looks like T.Y. Hilton off to return this one. He's going to bring it out to about the 30-yard line. Actually, 25-yard line. Actually, decent, solid coverage on that return. So, let's see what Nick Mullins can do. Now, Nick Mullins has to score quickly. I'd like to point out that he's got to score 3 times. Not him. He has to get 17 points. So, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And I would got to say, don't give it to your defense. Now, your defense might be able to stop them if they know 100% they're going to run. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can stop them there. But you've got to score quickly. It's really got to be a quick-paced offense for Nick Mullins in this offense. So, Nick Mullins takes the snap. He fires it. Ooh, big-time play by Zach Pascal. He drives down the field. He gets it all the way to the 39-yard line. It was a risky play. It could have been a pick, but it ends up being a huge play. 22 yards, run after catch for Zach Pascal. Zach Pascal's been an offensive player that I think I didn't expect to be that great. Travis Fulgham has been weirdly quiet. I really do believe that. Jonnu Smith and these tight ends haven't been really helpful at all. But, man, Zach Pascal and Richie James Jr., players that I didn't expect to make big-time plays, have made big-time plays here down the stretch. Nick Mullins goes standard formation here with Aaron Jones lined up behind him. He goes pass. He throws it over the middle to Zach Pascal again, takes it up to the 19-yard line, and 2 plays, and they're already in the red zone. Insane, in my opinion. Absolutely insane. If you score here quickly, you could get the ball. There's 6.5 minutes left. You could get it within 10 with 6.5 minutes remaining. I thought you'd have to go onside here early on, but maybe not. But I don't know. I feel like I'd still go onside because maybe there's a better chance you getting the onside than your defense stopping them ever. So they bring Jeremy Cox onto the field. I don't know if this is just to fool someone or if they're actually going to run it with Aaron Jones to go play action here. He has a lot of time to throw it, but he ends up being sacked by Stephon Tuitt. Stephon Tuitt, 3rd sack of the game. I don't know when those 3 sacks happened, but man, Stephon Tuitt, 3 sacks in this game. 2 sacks for Jerry Tillery. This offensive line has not done a great job of protecting poor Nick Mullins, who's just been under constant duress here. That was kind of his own fault. He needed to stay in the pocket. I mean, he can only do so much, offensive tackle. But 2nd and 20 here, you got to make a decision. Probably Richie James Jr. Maybe Zach Pascal's been killing it on this trip. You throw it to him again. I don't know what you do. Aaron Jones is a productive player if you want to try and get to him in the passing game. Nick Mullins goes shotgun here. He has a lot of time. He scrambles out. He runs, and he's going to get a 1 yard on the ground, which is better than losing yardage, I guess. But brings up a 3rd and 19 with Thaddeus Farley with the tackle here. And you got to make a decision here. You got to make a decision. You're going to go for it on 4th down. I mean, you need the field goal regardless, but maybe get a little bit closer. Look at 3-man rush, although they bring a blitz here. Turns out to be 4-man rush. He fires it. Wide open, T.Y. Hilton. He gets to the 5-yard line. So, never mind. You're going for the touchdown here. You got to score a little bit quickly, though. You have 5.5 minutes remaining. You've got to score 10 points after you score this touchdown. So, you got to score quickly. But it's not inconceivable, technically speaking, because they've driven down this field and so quickly. How do you let T.Y. Hilton get behind you on a 3rd and 20? Explain to me how that happens. Explain to me how you let T.Y. Hilton get behind you. You just can't let him get behind you. It's a 3rd and 20. You keep everything in front of you and make sure you can tackle the player. But Nick Mullins goes shotgun here. He goes draw with Aaron Jones, who's quickly tackled. I don't know why you run it here. It doesn't make any sense. You have to go quickly. You have to score quickly. There's only going to be 5 minutes. If you score quickly here, you're still 5 minutes remaining. That's an uh-oh. You have to score 10 points in 5 minutes? Not good. That's not good. I think you gotta start considering going onsides here. And if you go onside twice, maybe you'll get one of them. And the other time, you can just hope that your defense can stop them. Use your 3 timeouts. But, yeah, I think you got to throw it here. You got to trust Nick Mullins. He's been having a great game offensively. So, Nick Mullins in the shotgun here. He has to have his game. He's scrambling out, although Stephon Tuitt's catching up to him. Oh, and it's going to be a sack by Stephon Tuitt. 4th sack of the game. Never mind. Stephon Tuitt's been absolutely killing it here. 3rd and goal. And it's just been all defensive line for these independent Chiefs. Forget not having Ziggy Ansah, one of your best players, defensive line-wise. Stephon Tuitt and Jerry Tillery have more than stepped up to the plate for this offense. Defensive tackle hasn't been great getting pressure, but I don't think that's the job of defensive tackles. 3rd and goal. You might want to think about just kicking the field goal here. I know that you drove a long way down the field, but you need it anyway. So Nick Mullins scrambles. He fires it to Aaron Jones. 5-yard gain. What do you do? What do you do? If the game's over if you don't get it on 4th down. So field goal, I feel like I'd go field goal. You don't know you're going to get the onsides. You just don't know that's going to happen. So you might as well just take the field goal and then hope you get the onsides, because at least you stay in the game a little bit longer. You have Chris Boswell out to attempt this. Actually, no, they decided to go for it here. Go standard formation with Nick Mullins. I feel like this is a mistake, but they're trusting Nick Mullins to get them this touchdown. He drops back to pass. He has time. He fires it over the middle. Touchdown, Tyler Higbee. Never mind, not a mistake, but there's still not a lot of time remaining here. What? How much time? 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Scored 10 points in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. If you'd scored a little bit quicker, I'd say 5 minutes. If you had 5 minutes remaining, I could see it. It's going to be really difficult. It really is going to be really difficult. I go for the onside here. I honestly do. If you try it twice, you at least have a better chance of getting it once. You know what I'm saying? Chris Boswell out here to attempt the extra point. I think he'll probably get this. It's Chris Boswell. And really, I mean, Justin Yoon's been hitting them all day. I think Chris Boswell can hit an extra point. He did. It's up. It's good. So, 10-point game here. I go onside. I know I've been saying it a lot. Chris Boswell's a good enough kicker that he can probably set it up to get an onside. I don't know if they'll be expecting it. They might be expecting a kickoff. So, maybe a little bit of a surprise onside here by Chris Boswell. That's what I would call. I don't know. They look like they're getting ready for a real kickoff, and I feel like I'd be trying an onside. I don't know. There's 3 minutes and 48 seconds left. I feel like I'd be trying all the tricks in my basket. They actually do decide to go onside here. Let's see if Chris Boswell can get it at 10 yards. They do. He kicks it. It's recovered by the Independent Chiefs. They get tackled at the 43-yard line. And it's going to be up to this defense. You got to get some stops. This is the time. I mean, there is no other time. There's no other time to make a big-time play defense. It's do or die at this point. Taysom Hill's taking the field. He's owned you today. 303 yards, 1 touchdown. Not to mention his scrambling yards, his rushing yards. He's absolutely had all your guys' numbers today. Can you step up? Can you step up and make the play when your team needs you? Because at this point, Conference USA Vikes, you're on the edge. You win, you get to move on. You get to go play the Big Ten. You lose, you're going home. Do you want to go home is the real question here. Taysom Hill goes shotgun. He brings Will Fuller in motion. I think this is going to be a handoff to Theo Riddick. It is. He almost got tackled, but he gets tackled eventually for a 3-yard gain. Brings 3 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock, and it's moving. I don't know if you start using your timeouts yet, because I don't know if you trust your defense enough for that. I think they can take off about, all the way down to the 2-minute warning, I think. They go pass here. They throw it. It's going to be just short of the first down marker, in my opinion, to Will Fuller, 3rd and 1. See, what's killing you is you don't know if they're going to pass it or they're going to run it. If you knew they were just going to run it, you could just sell out. But they bring the fullback on the field and Anthony Sherman. You got to sell out against this play. You got to make sure they do not get this first down if you're the Conference USA Vikings. They run it here up the middle, and it's going to be a first down with Jamal Williams. And now you got to start calling your timeouts. You can let it take it down to the 2-minute warning. Maybe they'll be stupid enough to run a play before the 2-minute warning. I doubt it, though. Andy Reid's a very smart head coach. Although the AI is pretty stupid. Got to sell out against the run is all I can say. And then you got to timeouts. Hope your team can score, get an onside. That's really all you can hope for if you're the Conference USA Vikings defense. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Sell out. That's all I can say. Sell out against the run. Hope that you stop them. Call your timeouts. And maybe you can score a miracle here. Maybe it can be a miracle in the Kansas City kind of game. But I don't know. Sell out against the run here. Sell out against the run. Sell out against the run. Oh, but Theo Riddick just has a wide open lane. Now, at the best you can do, really, best you can hope for is you stop them in the next set, and you hope your team gets the ball back with minute 10 remaining, down probably 13 points. They're going to kick the field goal. It's not good. It's not a good position to be in. They bring 3 tight ends out on the field. Looks like it. It looks like Cole Kmet's seeing his first playing time of the game. They go run here up the middle, and Theo Riddick gets about 8 yards. It's just the Vikes defense has not been good enough. It hasn't. I'm sorry to say that, but it hasn't been good enough down the stretch to warrant them winning this ball game. The offense has been good enough down the stretch. This is a weird formation. I kind of like to see how this formation works. They go run here with Jamal Williams, and man, I think you just let him walk into the end zone, because that's the end of the game. Since you tackled him and called your timeout, they can just take knees now. The Independent Chiefs are going to walk away with a victory. The offense for the Conference USA, they really did. They really gave the Independent Chiefs everything they could handle after the second half. 31 points is nothing to shrug at. That would win most games. But unfortunately for you, the defense just wasn't good enough this year, and it looks like we're going to have the same 4 teams advance from the wild card round, barring some miracle in the next round, which we could get from the Sun Belt. Sun Belt has given FCS Division II, Division III all they can handle in the past, and I'll continue my bet if you guys watch the next episode. But it looks like they're going to run it here, which I think is stupid. Just take a knee. They're going to run it here with Jamal Williams. Yeah, they end up stopping them. But, I mean, why risk that? If he fumbles it and they return it for a touchdown, I know that's unlikely, but it's happened before. That's 50 seconds left, and it's a 3-point game. You could give them the ball, like, for a potential, like, onside kick to try and get it and then tie it with a field goal. Like, that's stupid. Just take the knees. The game is over at this point if you just take knees down the stretch. I think the Independent Chiefs are moving on, and you know what that means? They're going to be drawing the ACC Buccaneers. So I hope Independent Chiefs fans are excited to be traveling to Tampa Bay. It's going to be where the Super Bowl is if you are able to make it past the ACC. It's going to be interesting. There's been at least one team from the wild card round make it past the second round every year. Last year was FCS Division II, Division III, traveling to the Pac-12 and upsetting them. They're going to kick a field goal here. Or maybe they're just going to let the clock drip out before attempting this. And the clock's going to drip out, and the Independent Chiefs are going to walk away with a 10-point victory over the Conference USA Vikes. And, I don't know. Yeah. I thought the Vikes had a good team built together this year, but it turns out the Independent Chiefs are just too good. They always make it past the first round, and it's not. This is probably the closest game they've played in a long time. And Andy Reid's shaking at Mike Zimmer's hand, and they're going to be leading the Conference USA Chiefs to the next round. Now they're going to have to find an answer for who's going to fill in the Ziggy Ansah role, but 41-31, great. I mean, Nick Mullins played extremely well. I don't know if anyone could take that away from him. He was absolutely phenomenal in this game, but Independent Chiefs walk away with the victory. They're going to be traveling to the ACC, barring a miracle by the Sun Belt. In that case, they would be traveling to New York to play the Giants. But great game by the Conference USA offense. But hey, everybody, GGB, Coast Pepper saying adios amigos. And don't forget to join us for the FCS Division II, Division III Sun Belt game tomorrow.